love starting my routine with applying moisturiser to my face. I'm just using my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturiser. And I like to use my hand to apply this just to work the product really well into the skin. Now make sure that you don't miss out any areas like your forehead, because a lot of people ask me how do I avoid those dry patches. Now, two options that you can do is to exfoliate once a week, or you can exfoliate daily, depends on your skin. You don't want to overly exfoliate if you do have dry or sensitive skin, because it can get quite red and inflamed. And you want the moisturiser to be leaving your skin with a kind of little bit of a bounce to it. You don't want it to still feel dry. Just apply it around the eyes, because the driest part for me anyway is around my eyes, because we don't have any oil glands around our eyes, and that means that we have a lot more dryness around that area, and my forehead gets extremely dry as well. So examine your skin if you can, try and work out what your skin needs. And to be honest, in the winter my skin is deeply dehydrated, so I do use a good night cream to re-moisturise it and rehydrate it. Then what I like to use, this is just a sample of my soon to be launching foundation. It does leave a flawless finish, and what I like to do when I'm in a hurry, I like to use my buff brush, which looks like this. All my brushes are labelled with what they are or what they do, so any brush that you pick up will have a name. So this is the buff brush, and this is really good for quick application of foundation. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of the foundation that's on the lid, just dab off the excess on the back of my hand, and then I just like to apply. This is a little bit darker. Reason being is if I use my current skin tone, it will look, for me anyway, I will look quite washed out. So I prefer to use something a little bit of a darker shade, especially in the winter months where I may look like a vampire if I end up using anything that looks or resembles my skin tone. So this one, I just like to buff it in. The good thing with the buff brush is that you can do your makeup in a hurry but still look quite flawless. So just buffing in the foundation. And this foundation, it's basically very good if you do tend to have quite, I would say, blemished skin, but at the same time covers up the blemishes, redness and things like that. So I've got this little blemish that popped up yesterday when I jinxed myself. Basically I jinxed myself. I was like, oh, I haven't got any spots for the past 2 weeks, you know, because I've been using this new soap, which has been really good, but I jinxed myself. I literally jinxed myself. As soon as I said that, popped this spot out of nowhere. What I then tend to do, if I've got a little bit of tiredness, so can you see just under here I've got these little bit of shadows. As I explained in an earlier video, we've got an eye socket that's behind our skin, so there's literally hollowness behind the skin, and then what's happening here is that it's casting a shadow. What you need to do is you get a lighter concealer, so slightly lighter than what I originally used. I'm just using my palette, my Artist of Makeup foundation palette, and I've got shade 2 here. Just taking my concealer brush, and literally where the shadow is, I'm just going to put the concealer there. What this is going to do is just going to almost erase the dark circle or eye bag, whichever you want to call it. Both of them sound awful. And the concealer brush just really helps to kind of blend that away, almost erasing it. With age, we tend to get a little bit more of these shadows, unfortunately. And then just repeat the step on the other side. So can you see that shadow just there? We're literally applying the foundation in the groove and blending. What I also like to do for effect, if I want my face to look brighter and my face to look fresher, especially if I've had a long night, and I do stay up all night sometimes and sleep at about 4, something silly like that. So no wonder I've got these shadows under my eyes. I like to apply a little bit of that same colour just on the inner corner of the eye. What this is going to do is going to brighten your eye area. It's going to brighten it, make it look more lifted, and give you a much more wide awake look. So any areas where you can still see a little bit more shadow, so for me I can still see a little bit of a shadow there, I'm going to apply a little bit of an even lighter concealer to that area. Now to smooth it out even more, I'm just going to use my buff brush with the same foundation earlier, and I'm just going to work in this kind of motion just to blend it all together. The skin is the most important thing. If you get the skin right when you apply foundation, then everything else will all come together. Okay, so that's our basic face done. I'm just going to take my small buff brush and I'm just going to buff away that concealer there just to smooth it out a little bit more. It's a very dense brush, so it's excellent for small areas like so. Now I'm going to do some spot concealing, and I've got this blemish that popped up, and I'm just going to use my precision brush, which can be also used as a lip brush. It's also synthetic, so it means you can use it with lots of other cream products, and you can also use it for eyeshadow application. Now I'm going to use my brush with a little bit of the foundation, and I'm just going to apply it just where my little friend is situated. I'm applying a lighter colour first and then applying a slightly darker colour on top. I'm then going to take my small buff brush, which I just showed you, and I'm going to buff around the peripheral area. So not actually on where the spot is, just around it, because obviously where we've applied the foundation, we don't want to take that away. We just want to soften and blur out all the remaining foundation just to kind of conceal it without drawing attention to it. So that's our base more or less done. I then move on to doing my eyeshadow, and for my eyeshadow I like to just sweep a colour on top. I don't want to spend too much time on eyeshadow, so I just take my deluxe crease brush, and usually I use nutmeg eyeshadow, and so I'm just going to take my Artist Makeup palette. This is the Pro 30 palette. Okay, so I just take the eyeshadow, this is nutmeg, and I've just applied a little bit to my hand just to take off the excess, and then if I want I can go back in there. And I'm just going to sweep using the deluxe crease brush just around my crease area, just there, and then just take it on the other side as well. Great thing with this brush is that it is quite dense as well, so it's great to work the eyeshadow and buff it, and it just kind of looks very, very natural. So just work the product, just doing that kind of back and forth motion where your crease is, and then just gently buff the outside peripheral area. I'm then going to use my Extreme Art liner pen. Now I love this pen. I don't use any other liners anymore since creating this eyeliner. And basically what it is, it's a pen which has a cartridge. It's basically an ink cartridge, obviously eyeliner ink, not pen, not fountain pen. And it just basically allows you to continually draw on your eyeliner without having to obviously dip back in to any gels or any pots or anything like that. It just continuously comes through. And the great thing is that I can be very precise. It's very thin and allows you to be extremely precise. With my eyeliner, I like to kind of give myself a more elongated look because my eyes are quite round. So I like to kind of give that little bit more winged out effect, but not too catty, just slightly winged out. Sometimes my lashes do get in the way. That's why I don't apply mascara beforehand, and I don't advise you either. Now if you notice, I'm applying my eyeliner more in a straight line rather than taking it upwards. Like I said, for those of you that do have quite rounded eyes, this is a good technique to learn. Just a straight line across. My eyes are a little bit uneven as well, so what I'm going to do probably is do another video on how to make your eyes more even, because I think a lot of people suffer from that, and I've actually had messages from some of you guys who have said you suffer from this issue as well. So hopefully there will be a video to follow that will help to show you how to correct uneven eyes. And then to give my eyes generally a nicer lifted effect, I like to sometimes apply a lighter eyeshadow just underneath the actual brows. The eyeshadow that I tend to favour is Bare Canvas because it's quite neutral, it's not shimmery, it's quite nude, and it just allows me to have that very kind of light, barely there type of look. So I'm just going to take, using my shadow brush, I'm going to take the Bare Canvas eyeshadow and I'm just going to tap off the excess, or just tap it on the end of your hand, and then just lifting your eyebrow a little bit, just tap on the eyeshadow just underneath your brows and just buff that around. This is just going to give you a lift. It's going to kind of just pull everything up and make it all look still quite natural, but at the same time giving us the illusion of a more lifted brow. Holding your brow up like this just allows you to get right underneath, especially if your lids are starting to kind of droop a little bit. Again, age is catching up with us. And then you need to decide whether you're going for a more dramatic look by applying kohl pencil to the inside waterline, or if you're going for a white-dyed kind of doll-like look. I'm going to go for more evening makeup, so I'm going to use my gel pencil. This is a waterproof, it's Artist Makeup waterproof gel pencil, and it doesn't smudge. That's the amazing thing. So I just like to scribble a little bit on the back of my hand. This allows the kohl pencil to kind of warm up and allow it to just stick onto the actual waterline quite well, and it is quite black as well, so it gives you that very mystical effect. Just apply that to the inside waterline. I don't like to go too far into the water duct area, just like to go very close but not too far in. I now like to move on to doing the inner water duct area. Now this is going to brighten your eye a lot, and I like using this shadow Stardust. Using my detail brush here, I just pick up a little bit of the Stardust eyeshadow, and where do I apply it? I apply it to that secret spot on the eyes where we want the light to catch and reflect it back and just make the eyes look more open, more awake, and much more brighter, less tired looking. So we're just going to tap it onto the inner water duct area, not right inside but as close as you can. And what this does, this area of the eye just really picks up the light and makes it look a lot more awake. And then just take my finger and just smooth it out. You kind of don't really want it to look obvious, you just want it to look like barely there, not too obvious that you've got some eyeshadow. Just again, using the detail brush, applying it to that area. So this is going to make you look more awake. It's going to give you that 8 hours sleep, 8 hours sleep look, and you just want it to look quite natural. Again, just taking your finger and just buffing in. Your fingers are slightly warm, and so they kind of just help to blend the little bit of concealer that's there with the actual eyeshadow, and just kind of just give you a brightening effect. Once we've done that, I'm just going to use my mascara. And for this look, I probably will be using lashes just for effect, because the picture that I have on my Instagram page was with my new lashes that arrived the other day. So I wanted to try them on, and I really like them. So actually, I'm not used to wearing lashes on a normal basis, so that was quite good that they looked quite natural looking as well. Most people said that they did look natural, so you guys judge for yourselves. So I'm just using my mascara. So this is a little preview of the lashes. So you can see there are some dramatic ones, whoops, and there are some quite natural looking ones as well. But the ones I'm going to go for are sort of semi-natural. Grab them from the centre and kind of half close your eye. I'm going to take the mirror so it's closer. Half close your eye and just let the lashes float on top. And when you pinch the tweezers with the lashes as well, it just makes it look all more natural. So there's one with lashes, there's one without lashes. So they do look, I think they look extremely natural. I really like them. Right, let's do the other side. So put on the other lash, and then what's going to happen is that the glue will dry clear. I'm so happy with these lashes. I will actually be wearing them. They're so comfortable, and I just love them. They look so realistic. I hope you like them too. If you are interested in lashes or the brushes or the eyeshadows, the website, as I keep saying, will be launching soon, I promise. The only thing is there's lots of little details that we need to finalise before they launch. If you're interested in the lashes and you want to go on the mailing list, then go to artistofmakeup.com. There's a form there, you can fill it out and you'll be put on the mailing list. And yeah, loving these lashes. What do you guys think? Do you like them? I really love them. Anyway, let's move on with the tutorial. With blusher, I don't like to apply too much blusher if I'm going to wear dramatic lipstick, and because I'm going to be wearing, I would say, a red lip with this look, I'm going to go for my kind of nude blush. I wouldn't say this is too overpowering or too strong, and I'm going to use my contour brush to apply the blusher with, because I want it more contoured than all over. So just kind of do that little bit of a pout, and then apply it to slightly the apples of the cheeks and take it upwards. So that way you get more of a contoured effect rather than blusher all over. And it just gives you more of a sculpted appearance to your look. Right, so we've applied the blusher, not too much. Now I'm going to introduce you to my little babies. These are the lip colours. This is what they're going to look like. This is the carousel, lipstick carousels. This is the Precious Pinks, and this is the All That Red. There will be another one that's neutral, but I'm thinking whether to go with pink or red, and because I'm wearing red, I'm going to go for the red one. And you're spoiled for choice with the kind of reds that you get in there, but I'm going to go for a true red colour. So I'm going to use this one, which is almost the brightest of the red shades on there. And then I'm going to just basically use the red. And it may look a little bit dramatic, but you're going to love it, I'm sure. This look is ideal for like a Valentine's Day or a special occasion, somewhere that you want to kind of look very glamorous but not too done up, and where you kind of want to make an impact. So we're going to make the impact with the red lips as well. So with the red lips, I'm going to start on the outside and then we're going to focus and perfect it in the center. You just want to rub your lips together. And now I'm going to go and do the detail work. The lovely thing about these lip carousels is that the lipstick is not greasy at all, which is the main reason why I don't like wearing lipsticks, because they feel a bit greasy. But these lip carousels are amazing. And then to kind of perfect the way that the lip looks, you want to concentrate your attention around your Cupid's bow. And then what you could do as well, as an addition, the lip carousels do basically convert into cream blushes. So sometimes what I like to do is just take a little bit with your finger, rub it the back of your hand, have a little bit of a smile, and then just dab it on. What this will do is just make the whole look work together. See, it's not overly done, it's just a little subtle bit to kind of marry up the whole look together. Yep, so I wouldn't normally wear this unless obviously it's a special occasion for a birthday, Valentine's Day, something special that you guys may have coming up. So yeah, I hope that was easy to recreate. It's not too technical in terms of the eyeshadow, it's just sort of making sure that you perfect the eyeliner, and if you wanted to you can even make it more dramatic. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I really can't wait to make loads more videos for you guys, and I miss you all. You guys leave me such positive, lovely comments, and I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone for subscribing, commenting, leaving me such beautiful messages on my Facebook, on my Twitter, on Instagram. Just thank you so much guys, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.